Ooh, that's a lot of experience. Level 32. I wonder what the cap is.
Vincent!
Oh yeah, there you are. You missed everything.
You did it!
No, I did it. Well, I was wrong about Yuffie. She didn't swoop in and deliver the final blow, and she didn't reappear as a comedic beat when everything was over. She just sort of appeared and didn't do anything. Although, look at that shit. I love the way they render Mako. He's sort of like swirling ethereal tendrils. It's a really nice effect. Look at that shit. Ooh. Fuck. It's like I can smell the render farm melting. All right. It is amazing how different this feels from where the game began. Which is not at all inappropriate for the end of the game, but good lord, this has gotten grandiose. So maybe this is the part where we actually dispense with the conventional weapons and turn into beasts and fight each other with ridiculous powers.
Omega has awoken.
Yeah, I kinda saw that.
And chaos has been drawn out of the shadows to serve as a counterbalance. Or so it would seem. However,
I do feel like the camera lingers on her body more than it should for how young she looks. It's kinda creepy.
in theory, the souls that exist inside Omega should act as a type of virtual network.
Should they?
It wouldn't be
Seems like a hell of an assumption.
But maybe I could... Vincent, be grateful that I not only uploaded Lucrecia's thoughts, but her wishes and dreams as well.
Aren't those thoughts? Aren't those kind of automatically the same thing?
Uplink successful. Now commencing. SND.
No, no, no. Let's not go there, game.
Just a little more.
Oh. I actually kind of like it.
Here.
I don't even have to point out how good this all looks, right? Like, holy shit. I'm amazed these particle effects actually still look good, man.
Vincent.
As old as this rendering is, it actually still looks great. It's incredible. To the point that it actually just makes me wish I was watching a movie where the whole thing was rendered at that level. Which, of course, is basically what Advent Children is, but as I said, I haven't seen that movie in like 15 years.
It's still not enough.
And obviously it's not, like,
I have to
focused entirely on Vincent Valentine.
or the tissue will continue to decay.
I see. Another experiment?
Well, this is a science lab, isn't it?
You're using this fine specimen
No! You're wrong! You're wrong! You're wrong!
Wow, calm down.
Experiment?
You are a scientist, right? Isn't that what the lab coat is for?
Never again. Hojo!
Man, I wish I found anything as funny as he finds this. Okay, cut! We get it! Fuck!
You had his eyes.
They were delicious.
I didn't want to remember. I pushed you away, but now I realize.
It's also another thing you see a lot in Square Enix stuff is the like poignant lines isolated over black, or just like not necessarily isolated over black, but just like poignant lines isolated kind of on their own on screen. Like the Kingdom Hearts games all kind of start with that.
Like, is any of this for real or not?
I want to line the pieces up. Yours and mine.
Did you know that your eyes are exactly like your father's?
That is how genetics work.
I've done it. Born of the Lifestream. But instead, born was away from me. Stop!
You could actually see the loop point on his animation there. Like, it didn't loop cleanly. You could see it restarting. Which is odd considering how really good and smooth the animation has otherwise been in this game. To see it sort of snap back to its starting position like that.
This... the materia... I found together.
I always like to picture the actor in the vocal booth doing grunts like that. It's gonna be very awkward. Alright, now just gasp and grunt a lot. Okay.
Do we? Give it back! Give my son back!
And how is your experiment proceeding?
I don't know! I don't care!
It's starting to feel like being a scientist turns you into a raving lunatic. Or maybe that's just a prerequisite for being one in the first place. I don't know. She doesn't seem much more stable than Hojo, frankly, and he's running out of scenery to chew, so that's a bar that should be pretty easy to clear.
I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ, stop saying you're sorry, you doormat.
Take it anymore. My body. My mind.
for him. Wait.
All right. Yeah. Message received.
Who is she?
Dr. Lucrecia Crescent.
Yes.
So I am to collect the data files. The fragments she left within the network?
We know this.
Correct. Then you are to use that data to find the Protomateria.
And we know that too.
That is where he requires your assistance.
He? That information is unnecessary. Connect with her, Vincent. Connect with her heart.
I feel like this is going on way longer than it needs to, when it's not dispensing very much information.
Hello, Vincent. Huh. Something's wrong.
Do you ever wear different clothes?
You see, this is me. But only in a sense. It is merely a reflection created with my remaining data. The real me crumbled away long ago.
And you're happy about this?
Vincent, do you remember our place? Under that tree?
I do, but we're gonna cut back to it anyway. He has assumed the brooding position.
The warm breeze on our skin.
The wind. It's nice.
I know that it no longer exists.
And?
Things fade with time. As do many things in this world. But there are some things that we cannot let disappear.
Somebody please make a point.
I finally realized my true feelings. Even if you may never understand them.
I still feel like we haven't gotten anywhere.
Not that I mind, though.
I mean, this scene's been going for like...
But
oh man, like 7 minutes or more?
this isn't how it was supposed to be. I've made too many mistakes. And I've hurt you so much. Why did I do what I did?
Could we maybe get to the crux of your soliloquy here?
I'm so sorry.
Is that it? You could have led with that.
But I'm so happy. You survived.
I feel like that line could have told us everything we just got.
Lucrecia!
To just... oh, okay. I thought he just crashed into the ground and... for no reason.
You're late.
Fuck off.
That.
Not that I mind, though.
She was always like that.
A doormat? Saying sorry over and over?
Only believing what she wanted to.
So, Vincent, why don't you try telling her that yourself?
Why don't you try acting for once?
But before that, I have a story to end.
Oh wow, that was straight up the Matrix shot. Alright. Well, I'm glad the Weiss thing wasn't the final boss, because it was a bit underwhelming. This is a little more, what you'd want it to be, because this is kind of badass. And that is quite a striking visual. I can't deny that at all. Although, it is very disappointing that, we're like this amazing winged creature that can fly. And, we're still stuck to a totally linear level here. Actually, I should just use an elixir. This weapon does not fire very quickly either. Oh, actually, no, that... Huh. Maybe I just... Weird. It's like kind of finicky with the timing. If you just mash the button, it fires slower than if you, time it correctly. Yeah, and we're still, like, totally restricted to this very linear path, which undermines the scale of this quite a bit. Oh, I can't go back there. Alright. I thought they might hide an item all the way back there. But yeah, this is visually quite glorious. I really can't deny that. This really holds up in that regard, in a way a lot of PS2 games don't. I mean, obviously the rendering is very dated, but just like, in terms of whether or not it looks good, most of this all still genuinely looks good in a way a lot of PS2 games just don't anymore. It's ridiculous, of course, but I tend to like things that are stylistically overblown, so that's fine for me. You may disagree, and I would not blame you. See, that right there would be fun to be actually playing this, where we have, like, full freedom of movement. Like, if this game went full 6 degrees of freedom. And now we're just back on the ground and we'll be welded to a linear pathway again. Yep. Yeah, that is disappointing. See, what would be great is if this was all airborne, was all aerial. And we had, like, the jump button went up, crouch went down, and then we could just move around freely. That would be a lot of fun. Kind of how, like, Lost Planet does that in its, like, final level. You've been, like, very grounded the whole game, and at the end you suddenly go kind of free-flying, and it's suddenly like playing a completely different game. Which is the thing I've always very much liked about the first Lost Planet, is that it kind of transforms what it is in the last level in a way you really don't expect the first time you play that game. I remember being very caught off guard by that, because the first time I played Lost Planet, I was not aware it was going that direction, so when it happened I was like, wow, this is actually really cool. Which I suppose means if you haven't played Lost Planet, I just spoiled that for you. Sorry about that. Although it is like a bajillion years old, so... You picked a good time to show up. I forgot about you, actually.
Sorry about the wait.
Everything's clear over here.
Yeah, just yell some more. It's apparently all you do. So,
all in a day's work.
Sid's alright. What actually happened on the airship? Nero showed up and captured Shelke, apparently, but did he leave the airship otherwise unmolested? Because Sid's just fine, clearly.
When did I start caring so much about what happened?
I don't know. It's like you developed emotions, and yet that's not reflected in your voice. Although I actually inflected voice there a little too much.
Guess I have no choice. It's time to save the world.
So as expected, all my friends show up to help, and yet I have to do nearly all of the work myself. Yeah! Yep. They're just gonna stand around out there, I guess. Unfortunately, this next section of the game is going to be a bit of a mess, because this is where there's supposed to be a song by Gact, as was mentioned in the opening sizzle reel, but a song like that is exactly the kind of thing that will hit a content match and get my house nuked from orbit by Google's Content ID satellites, so I have removed that music here as well as during the credits. This also means I've removed a fair bit of my commentary as I talked about the music itself, which no longer makes sense if you can't hear it. I've extracted the sound effects from the music to the extent that is possible, so it's not just total silence, but it does sound terrible, which is just the way it has to be. Luckily, the sequence is pretty brief, and I've noted on screen where the song originally ended, and the audio stops being janky from there on out, so just bear with it for a couple minutes. Suddenly we've gone microcosm, which is not a good thing. Oh wow, we really have gone microcosm. Although it does actually feel like we're playing a different game now. So I think my Lost Planet analogy was actually pretty accurate. Although my character model is now so huge that it's a visual obstruction most of the time. Guess I could just go into first person. I don't have a scope to deal with. Am I supposed to destroy that spawner, or just... do they stop coming eventually? And I'm still stuck to the ground. I really wish I could fly. I mean, I can jump, but it's still just a jump and I fall back down. All of this looks so fucking cool. I feel like I'm just saying that over and over, but... Of course, we're stuck to the ground again, though. Alright, do I now just shoot it in the face profusely? Oh good, we have something to stand on so we can be welded to the ground again. And more of these fucking things. Man, even he's shaking his head. Oh, this has travel time. I didn't realize it wasn't hit scan. Alright. I feel like I should have a much higher HP number at this point, too. Because I've, like, transformed into this all-powerful being. I mean, even if enemies still took the same amount of my health bar, it would still be visually more satisfying to see a health bar that said, like, you know, 99,000 or something. Although that's a very minor complaint, admittedly. Oh, it's a... I guess it's a different stage for the final battle. Took an S on damage sustained, though. That is, I believe, the first. I got an A last chapter, so... Although I failed horribly on magic casted, because... why would I when I have this gun that kills everything in one hit? Although, maybe it casts a different spell. I actually didn't try it to find out. A finale chaotic. Ooh. This is admittedly a cool place to be doing this. Kind of an abstract realm that extends into eternity. Also, that is quite the thing I'm looking at. Oh, this is great. I guess I destroy these, presumably? I wouldn't know what else to do. Ah yes, I can only hurt them when they're open. Or, I don't even seem to be able to do it then. Do I need to melee it? Here, let's try that. Ah yes, I do. Okay. And amazingly, these things drop items. The dodge roll lets us move pretty quickly. Well, the replacement for the dodge roll. Ah, oh, damn you. Oh, they're even giving me ammo. Which does seem a little silly. I'd actually be less distracted by that if we just had infinite ammo. I would find that more believable than boxes of bullets lying around in whatever abstract plane of existence we're in. Also, I wish those enemies, when they dropped items, that they were in some sort of abstract energy form rather than the same backpack we've been seeing. I can't move any faster than that. No, you idiot! Thank you. I appreciate that song is still going, though. Personally, I find this music actually more effective. Just sort of moody and ethereal, which frankly is more appropriate to the sort of abstract shit that's going on anyway. It's kind of gross in a very satisfying way. I'll admit, I was expecting this game to get fairly overblown at the end, but this is more than I anticipated. And I mean that in the best possible way. I actually like how grandiose this has gotten. It beats punching guys with shields on rusty catwalks. This thing does not seem to defend itself. Excellent. Somehow we've gotten even more abstract. Ooh, that was a weird edit. It's amazing how Japanese this has gotten. Oh yeah, there you go. Ah, if only you had any character traits. Well, I don't know what it is, but it looks bitchin'. Oh. Wow. It looks like Bahamut fucked something from Mega Man Legends. Oh, this is fucking great. Major props to whoever the concept artist was for that. Or, frankly, just the conceptual team in general for this game. This is good shit. And of course, I can just shoot it would seem. Can I use these to get higher up? They're not going to move again. Although I have actually lost the ability to double jump, which is interesting. It's going to take a while, though. He's got a lot of health. Although, he doesn't seem particularly dangerous. He's like half dead, and I think he hit me once. Because I didn't know he had a shockwave attack. You gonna fire those at me, or are they just supposed to be cover? Oh, okay. Now you're actually attacking me. Well, you were. And then he buggers off where he's easier to kill. Alright. Yeah, as visually cool as this is, I'm underwhelmed by his potency. Although this is probably going to hurt a lot. Yeah, that's an insta-kill, it would seem. Not exactly sure how I was supposed to dodge that, though. Hopefully he doesn't do it again, although I could survive it one more time. Okay, yeah, now he's actually attacking me. Oh god. He's faster than me too, so now we're just in attrition of healing items. Which is not my favorite type of boss fight. Although, I had enough healing items to survive. Is it dead? I expected a second form, honestly. Apparently it's dead. Oh, I gotta see for damage sustained. 125,000. Yeah, although targets destroyed, kicked ass. Accuracy, acceptable. Critical hits pretty good. Kill chains, excellent. Which is weird because I felt like I did terribly on kill chains because on hard they get interrupted when you take damage. Huh. Items used, I got a B. Wow, I expected worse. Magic casted overall an S. I find that hard to believe. I feel like I usually did poorly on that. A couple times I did well, but I'm not sure how they're averaging this out, but I feel like it's not very accurate. Times KO'd only 1. That's pretty good, I guess, for playing on hard and having never played it before. Good God, that looks so fucking cool. Do it, just explode into a bajillion pieces. Do it! Oh shit. That was fucking awesome. How many fucking particles is that? Like, Jesus. Speaking of smelling the render farm melting, like, yeah.
Omega's ascending. But that would mean...
We're all fucked. This is fucking amazing. Holy shit. Yep. I guess it wouldn't be an epic Japanese fight if we didn't cut to a wide shot of the entire planet.
Oh.
How are we not dead? I saw that explosion from orbit. And then we just overexposed credits? Oh no, we got to Yuffie.
Vincent?
Looks like she said a second word there, but wasn't voiced. Wow. Well, I enjoyed the hell out of that. Although, I feel like I would have a hard time defending exactly why, because there are definitely things that don't work for me at all. There are multiple characters I find outright annoying, especially Shelke, and Lucrecia is stunningly unlikable for being so important to the plot, and it really leans into the feely, emotional soup, especially towards the end, that doesn't appeal to me in any way, because I'm a jaded nihilist. But that doesn't change the fact that I really enjoyed playing through it, even when it was doing things I didn't like, which was frequently, I was still engaged. Maybe because it is different than what I usually go for, or maybe it's just because the last game I played was Shell Shock Nom 67, so the bar was just really fucking low. I don't know, but I had fun, even though the gameplay is ultimately really unexceptional. I mean, even compared to other contemporary shooters, it's really not that polished. This is 2 years newer than Halo 2, which is infinitely more mechanically refined, as is Halo 1, and that's half a decade older. And the extremely generous auto-aim kind of makes the game feel like it's playing itself to some degree. You sort of just swing the camera into the general location of an enemy, and that's enough. But the aiming mechanics aren't quite good enough not to have the auto-aim. It's pretty stiff and jerky compared to a more modern shooter, which is obviously excusable with age. That's just a product of its time. But on the other hand, the aiming mechanics would be perfectly fine if they hadn't fucked up the mouse controls, and that's not excusable with age. It is kind of ridiculous just how much of the runtime is cutscenes, though. I'm not usually one to be bothered by long cutscenes, so I'm not even saying that's a problem, but it feels like if you added them all together, their total runtime would be just as long as the actual gameplay, if not longer. If you skipped them all on a second playthrough, the game would be quite short. But that there are so many cutscenes makes it weird that they feel so padded, with the constant long gaps between lines and characters drawing out their reactions instead of just reacting and it moves on. That's the kind of stuff you do when you haven't made something long enough. Like you haven't reached word count on your school paper, so you start adding fluff. But the scenes would still be long and plentiful even without the padding, so I don't know why it was done that way. So again, I feel like I'm listing an awful lot of problems for being left with an overall very positive reaction. But I got pretty much what I expected out of it. The gameplay's fun enough, even if it is unexceptional. It's visually very nice. The visuals are definitely the strongest element. I pretty consistently liked the way stuff looks, even when it's weird, like the outfits, and especially as it got really overblown at the end. I loved all of that. I don't know, call me an idiot if you want, but I enjoyed it. And we see her in her crashed pod, the significance of which I'm not certain. And you'd think that would be more obliterated than that.
It has been almost a week.
All that destruction we saw, like, there should be, like, nothing left of Midgar, really.
Lifestream has returned to the planet and has begun to flow normally once again. And I have started to fill the 10-year hole in my life. Or at least, started to try.
It's hard to catch up on that much anime all at once.
Weeks. Now that I realize I'm not alone, I think I may be a little stronger than I was before.
Although you still can't inflect.
Have you heard from Cloud? He hasn't found anything.
Why would you put the camera so far away from Tifa? You bastards.
Vincent, do you remember the last words we exchanged?
No, actually I don't.
Do you remember our promise? Your promise to Lucrecia. Go. Tell her how you feel. Tell her what is truly in your heart. I know that you probably will never see this, but I have to try. I have to believe. I've learned I must never give up hope.
Well, at least Red 13 made one very brief cameo. Which now just makes me realize he wasn't anywhere else in the game, which I wouldn't have noticed if you hadn't put him there. And he didn't even say anything.
Lucrecia. Everything's all right now. Omega and Chaos have returned to the planet.
So Vincent survived the planet-sized explosion? I mean, I guess everyone else did, so why not?
Thank you. It was you. You were the reason I survived.
That seems impossible.
Everyone's waiting, Vincent Valentine.
Do we ever find out why you look like a little kid even though you're supposedly 19?
Get you. Not that I mind, though.
And we get that classic Square Enix hair wave where it's blowing in the wind, which kind of makes it just oscillate in place, but it all still keeps its shape so it never looks messy. It's not realistic in the slightest, but it looks cool. And that was a beautiful shot to end on. Although I would have preferred we just cut there. I don't like when stuff literally says the end.